Back to the Metairie Bank studios at WBOK. It's your Morning Cup with Warren Bell.
We are back. 6:34 in the Crescent City, 57 degrees outside. It's going to be a cooler day. I don't believe the temperatures are going to get much higher than that today, or so the forecast calls for. Quaylen Murphy will be back to repeat that forecast for us, but it's time now for our Newsmaker one-on-one segment here on the Morning Cup with yours truly, Warren Bell. Just a quick reminder, social media-wise, you can follow us when you're not in your car radio or in the bathroom getting ready, listening to the AM radio. You can stay in the loop. Follow WBOK on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at WBOK 1230. You can listen to us online through our website, which is at WBOK1230am.com. Or better yet, if you got one of those really brilliant smartphones, visit the WBOK store or visit the store, get your mobile app for WBOK, and then all you do is hit the icon and you can listen to us. And everyone tells me once you do that, you stop listening to AM radio, Roy and Ron, because the sound quality coming through there is as if you were listening to HD stereo. Whenever I get a smarter phone than my old BlackBerry, I guess I'll learn that. But Ron and Roy are, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the two people we've been telling you about this morning who we want you to meet because we're in the Metairie Bank studios of WBOK Radio this morning because Metairie Bank chose to partner with us to make sure that the Morning Cup could become a daily reality here at 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. So I'm just so happy to welcome my banker, too, Ron Samford, CEO of Metairie Bank. That's right, I got my card in my pocket, y'all. And my buddy from the branch that I chose to open my account out there on Jefferson Highway, Mr. Roy Forrest, New Orleans boy. For those of you who remember chocolate milk, well, his daddy was part of the original chocolate milk crew, whom I remember, of course, from being over at St. Aug with them. Dwight Richards' son-in-law in the house, Roy Forrest. Gentlemen, first of all, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Thank you so much also to Metairie Bank in general, in case any board members are listening to this, because you didn't have to do it like the song says. You're located in Metairie, and all of us who visit Sam's or places out there on Airline know where the big main branch is. And, of course, my branch is at Jefferson Highway. But, Ron Samford, tell us the history of Metairie Bank and a little bit about yourself, too, and how you came to this point where, as the CEO, you're sitting here at a New Orleans black-owned radio station telling us about your services. Welcome aboard, sir.
Thanks so much. We're so happy to be here, Warren, and we're certainly happy to be backing WBOK and your show on the Morning Cup. We have been here 70 years. Metairie Bank was
anniversary, right?
Absolutely.
Yes,
it was founded in 1947 by a group of businessmen from the Metairie Road Business Association. It's the first bank in Metairie, and we were basically contained in Metairie for a number of years, but then we branched out after Katrina to the North Shore. We recently opened another branch on the North Shore, and we're looking to expand even more into Orleans Parish. We really serve the greater New Orleans area. We want to serve all the communities in that area, and we're doing an outreach, and we're trying different things, and we, as you know, have done some things with you in this area very successfully, and so we're happy to tag on.
You anticipated my next comments coming out of this mouth. I met Ron and his team not quite a full year ago, but I was working at the time with my colleagues at the African American Male Wellness Walk, and my buddy Matthew Broussard, who is good buddies with the other guest in our studios right now, Mr. Roy Forrest, one of the branch managers at Metairie Bank. And the thing I was struck with was what you said to us about why you were inclined to support at the time the African American Male Wellness Walk, and I wonder if you could share that with us, because I know you're looking at Orleans as a possible place to expand, but that really wasn't what you expressed to us all those months ago.
Well, a number of years ago, we looked at where our service was, and we thought there were a couple of communities that we were underserving. One was the Hispanic community, which is the fastest growing community in certainly Jefferson Parish in the area, and the other one was the African American community. And we said we need to do more for those communities, and we scratched our heads and said, how can we do that? What are the initiatives that might help us get into deeper into those communities and be able to help serve and bank those people. And of course, you guys brought to Roy's attention the African American Male Wellness Initiative, and we thought that's a great initiative to get behind. It's a health issue that we support. We absolutely think it's important for everybody in the area to be.
Us men in general have our own health issues, right?
Don't we?
Yes, amen. And it isn't restricted to racial lines either. We all have to worry about prostate cancer as we get older. I know I sure get that reminder every night, but we don't want to go there. Doc Griggs isn't here today to help us explain that from a medical standpoint. And let me make sure that people know that you're not a Metairie boy. You grew up in New Orleans, and a lot of your banking experience was earned right here in the city, right?
Most of it. Actually, I'm a native Texan.
Ah, okay.
But I've been in Orleans. I've lived in the same house in Orleans Parish for 25 years.
And still do live in New
Orleans.
Absolutely. Yes,
absolutely.
That's what I thought.
With Roy. So Roy and I both are Orleans Parish. Not natives, but residents.
Excellent. And Roy, let's learn a little bit more about you, because again, my buddy Matt Broussard introduced us, and we've been to lunch a few times, and I see you on Facebook, and most importantly, I know your daddy from way back at that place called Purple Palace. Okay, Roy Forrest, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I've been in banking for over 20 years. And been with Metairie Bank for going to be 16 in April.
Wow.
So many times when I've talked to customers, they're like, wow, you've been with Metairie Bank 15, 16 years? Unbelievable. But I enjoy it. It's such a joy to be there with our customers and our client base. So I'm just really happy to be there.
And if you think 16 years is a lot, I met a sister out there named Elaine, is it Williams?
White.
Elaine White. And so I said, and how long have you been with the bank? And she smiled and said, 41 years? Wow. That's a long time.
Longest tenured one.
And I'm saying that for a reason, and I might as well be honest about it. In case anyone thinks that the bank looked around and found you so they could bring you here as some window dressing, 16 years at Metairie Bank. Miss Elaine, 41 years at Metairie Bank. So you all don't just talk about diversity, inclusivity in terms of staff and leadership, because Elaine is now am I correct, mortgage manager? Or?
She's not the manager, but she is our most senior mortgage lender in the area.
That's what I thought, and I have a feeling we'll be hearing from her in coming months as well, because we've talked about why you chose to get involved in this project. What does it mean about the Bank of Personal Service, though? Because, these days we do so much online, but I will say this, when I've entered your branches, I don't have a security guard first who has to almost frisk me to make sure he's going to allow me in the lobby. That's a nice touch, because I know people who are going through that just to enter the lobbies of their banks. But what does that concept mean for the Metairie Bank family?
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that
my personal banker is talking now, folks.
we pride ourselves in is when you walk into a bank that you get a feeling of home, where you can reach out and touch someone. And so many times, just like you said, with other institutions, you have to be frisked. You have to go through the motions. When you call, you have to call in and you get an automated message. When you call Metairie Bank, you're going to get a person, and that person's going to be able to feel and have empathy or just talk with you and explain whatever it is that you need done. And that's one of the things that we take great pride in.
Mr. CEO, anything you want to add to that?
Well, personal service is the most important thing to us, but that's not to say that we don't have all of the bells and whistles that all the big banks do from a technology standpoint. But I was at a customer when I've been at Metairie Bank 5 years in March, and she introduced me to another customer who walked in her store, and she said, "Oh, you're at Metairie Bank. That's the Cheers Bank. That's where you walk in and everybody knows your name."
Ah.
And that's what personal service is about. You don't walk in and stand there and wait for somebody to, when I get around to it, I may come over and see if I can help you. That's not Metairie Bank. We are personal service all the way.
And where are your branches, just for the record? The main branch I've talked about is that big facility on your way to Sam's, on your right, basically right past the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office headquarters, right?
Just past the causeway, right.
But you have 3, 4, how many other?
We have seven on the South Shore,
okay,
and 2 on the North Shore.
Let us know those locations.
Sure.
Okay. We have our main office That is 3344 Metairie Road. Of course, the Jefferson Highway branch, 3639 Jefferson Highway. We have another branch on Metairie Road. That one is on 701 Metairie Road. We have another one on the corner of Vets and Cleary. We have one with Vets and David Drive. We have one on Clearview and West Metairie. And we have one further down on Airline Drive in the M.E. Green Shopping Mall.
Right. And then on the North Shore, we're in Mandeville and we're in Covington.
Yes.
And stay tuned, because one of these days we may be discussing a move inside the city limits.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to get the skinny on that off camera or off microphone. Of course, Ron, we talked about how we met with the African American Male Wellness Walk, but that certainly is not the first or only thing you're doing to demonstrate some community engagement. I know that you recently were very much involved with Each One Save One. If you could share with us some of the other things you're doing, that would be great.
Sure. We are very interested in healthcare, in education. We support Each One Save One. We are a primary sponsor for that mentorship organization that's throughout the New Orleans area. We recently, with St. Tammany Parish Hospital, became a major sponsor of the Monster Mash on the North Shore, which is a fabulous get-together for the kids and families. We are big sponsors of the Jefferson Performing Arts Center for the arts. We sponsor the baby cakes to go out and watch a ball game. We're talking to UNO about a potential sponsorship. So we are throughout the area in the initiatives that are important to us and we think are important to the community.
Now, one of the things that we are going to make sure the listeners are aware of is that besides this visit, in future months, we'll be hearing from you or Roy or Miss Elaine on a variety of topics. We've already identified a few of those things that we think our listeners would love to hear about, but if you could mention some of those possible topics for us.
Sure. We're going to come in and visit with you about our affordable housing program. This is typically for first-time home buyers who are not that familiar with the
That's where they get help
market.
From Miss Elaine, right?
Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely. And our new community development officer as well, Marina Manzanares, will help with that. And then Elaine's particular expertise is reverse mortgages, which has become quite an investment vehicle.
Maybe she can explain that to me, because I scratch my head and say, now, would this be something I want to do? We'll get to that
absolutely.
one of these months for sure, because we need to make sure folks know this is a 6-month commitment and partnership with Metairie Bank and WBOK, specifically the Morning Cup. We're delighted to have you here, but we want this to benefit our listeners. And most of our listeners, I dare say, could use a little help becoming a little bit more successful when it comes to managing funds, because, we live in a world where the cost of everything we need keeps going up, but unfortunately, those of us who are in the fields working the trenches don't always see our incomes rise, so we need to be smart about our money, right? Financial
literacy.
Financial literacy. That was the term I couldn't figure out as I was trying to make notes for today's program. And who, do we know yet who will be doing that, or will it be a variety of your officers?
Well, as you mentioned, Elaine White will be talking about the mortgage process and reverse mortgages. Marina will be talking about the affordable housing program. Roy will be back to talk about building credit and checking and savings accounts, selecting the right ones for you.
Yeah, he smooth talked me right into a really great checking account. Folks, free isn't always free, but this is about the closest thing to a genuinely free checking account that I had seen in a long time. And I admit, I tend to just let things ride and not become aggressive about it. Am I using my money to its best, benefit, et cetera? But Roy took care of that. And anytime you want to find out more about some of those free checking accounts versus whatever hidden charges, sometimes a bank statement looks like a cell phone bill. Wait, what is this? Oh, well, that's the little fee that blah, blah. Yeah, you signed for that when you agreed to the account. Roy, explain what that free checking account is like at Metairie Bank.
Well, pretty much it's a free account. It's exactly what it says. I think actually we called it Simply Free. And the main thing is it's a minimum $50 to open the account, and pretty much the main thing is just maintain it, keep it positive, and there are no charges. It's totally free, and the real big kicker to it is you get a free gift out of the deal.
I got mine.
You got yours. Our new gift.
Uh-oh.
We have currently Bluetooth stereo headphone set. So, Warren, we want to give you one of these.
This is my belated premium, huh?
It is.
And I will take it, too. Because as you see, I'm wearing my Dollar General $5 headphones right now. I hate the thought of losing, but for sure, as of today, in the Metairie Bank studios, we're going to be using our Metairie Bank headphones. And I can't say enough about what a pleasure it's been to be involved with you guys. So we're going to be talking about mortgage loans in the future, reverse mortgages, the affordable housing program I'd like to know more about, and whether or not it has any implications for Orleans Parish. Absolutely. Or primarily your Jefferson customer base, budgeting, checking, and savings. Yeah, I know, Roy, you got that. And I know you're thinking about some topics such as understanding the insurance game better, small business banking, because a lot of our listeners are also entrepreneurs trying to become the next major financial success, but getting from the vision and the dream to the fruition of the dream is not always easy, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And if you're a small business person, you need to come talk with us. But the big banks don't care about you. Small business is big business to Metairie Bank. We will take care of your needs.
All right. That sounds like a good closing element. Any final thoughts from Roy or Ron? Now is the time. Roy?
We're just very happy to be a part of this. We're very happy to partner with you guys. And we look forward to coming here and doing the other topics.
I can't wait. I'll be wearing my Metairie Bank Bluetooth headphones, folks. Now, let me tell you, the other premium wasn't bad either. A little two-person Proctor Silex grill, like the George Foreman grill, but without the fancy name on it. Haven't tried it yet because I need a bigger grill surface for the kinds of meals I prepare when I'm preparing. But, guys, I want to thank you so much. Again, Ron Samford is the CEO, president of Metairie Bank, 70 years in the business, now our partner here at WBOK. If you're thinking about revisiting what you're doing right now with how you save your money, who's handling your checking account, whether you can get all the online services you need, let me just vouch for that part. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. At Metairie Bank. So, Roy, Ron, thank you so much. We are going to take a quick look now at the weather. We're going to take a